We've got Raj Hira, empowerment coach. Raj is a passionate single mum and empowerment coach dedicated to helping others thrive despite life's challenges. Together with her 11-year-old daughter, Maahi, they co-host a podcast and share their journey on Instagram, spreading positivity, empowerment, and the importance of resilience. Raj and Maahi.
Hi!
My name's Maahi. I am 11 years old. I like reading and playing netball, and I co-host a podcast with my mum.
My name's Raj, and first and foremost, I'm myself, Raj. I'm a single parent to 3 beautiful children, and those of you that remember how old Maahi was, I'm 4 times her age. And I co-host the Me, Myself and I podcast with Maahi, and today we're here just to give a snippet of some of the courageous conversations that we have at home and between us and with others. And we thought the best way to do it would be to ask each other some questions. So Maahi, who's asking the question, the first one?
Me.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, the first question is, what are the top 3 challenges you've had to face whilst being a single mum?
So the first one, I think, is around responsibility. When you become a parent, whether you're when you become a parent and you're in a 2-parent household, everyone starts with a responsibility. But when you become a single parent, that responsibility is everything. It's you. You're shouldering this like heaviness. That's the only way that I can describe it. And it doesn't matter which aspect of your life it's in. So, how's the money going to come in? My child is sick. How am I going to get to school? Are they going to call social services on me because I haven't sent them in for the 3rd day running? Every little thing, whatever it is, as a parent, you have this heaviness, and it's all down to you. If they're vomiting in the middle of the night, it's you. You got to get up. You got to clean them all up. They've got a fever. Whatever it is, if it's got school, you're guilt-tripped for not turning up to book club, whatever, every single little thing for those children, and I've got 3 of them, was with me. And I felt so, so heavy with all of that. That's the only way that I can describe it, this heaviness. And I found that really challenging. Like, how do I kind of become lighter? And it's something I've had to work on myself. It takes time. It doesn't come naturally. I have to practice it. The second thing, Maahi, I think would be, and everybody else, obviously, because I always talk to Maahi, you see. The second thing would be, the father's relationship with their children is up to him, not me. And only up until about 6 months ago, I learnt that. So for 7 years, I've been thinking it's up to me to make sure that their father has a relationship with them. That's not down to me, it's up to him. And that in itself has taken this whole burden off for me, because I no longer have to worry about facilitating it's up to him. He has to take that control for that. And the third thing is the things that people say to you. Everyone that's here will know. So I remember when I first separated, and I went to the Gurdwara, so the Sikh temple. And I'm going to tell you in Punjabi what one of the aunties, lovely aunties they are, they came, what they said to me, and I'll translate in English. And this is how the woman literally comes up to me. She's like, Put, koi nahi, jo ho gaya so ho gaya. Hun tu apne bare na sochi, tu sirf apne nyaneyan da sochna. ठीक है तू ना कोई लब्भी ना होर तू अपने न्याणी दी जिंदगी रोल देनी आ तू सिर्फ इत्थे अपने न्याणियां नू पालना हुण बस that's it. So the translation for my lovely fellow non-Punjabi speaking is, your life is just for your children now. Yeah, you just have to live for your children. Don't find another man because you're going to ruin their lives. Right? You just got to live now for them. And that is what life was. And those words I heard, just move over here, Maya, I feel like I'm going to fall. Those words I heard not just from the aunties in the Gurdwara, my family, my friends, everybody would say to me, you know what, Raj, just, you've got to look after your kids, you've got to do that. And in that time, that challenge of, well, who am I then? What's my identity? And I don't have an identity anymore. I'm not me anymore. Like, who am I? And up until probably about 18 months ago, I was just a single mum. That's all I was. And I felt that the society, people around me, that's all I was to them as well. And I couldn't move on with my life. Even if I wanted to, I was not allowed to be me. And that was so challenging. So Maahi, what about you?
So my first one is like having like a toxic relationship with my dad, because it's really hard to have a good relationship that's healthy with your dad when he doesn't like live in the same house as you. My second one is like not having two parents, even just like on holiday, you don't have two parents there. So I have an example. So in the car, yeah, not being sexist or anything, the dad is driving, the mum sits in the passenger seat, the middle child is like on that side, the youngest is in the middle, and the oldest is on that side, yeah? And I've never got to experience anything like that because I don't know what it's like to have two parents in a house. My third one is having to have more responsibility. I say that I do a lot more than people my age because my mother, this lady here, she shouldn't be expected to have to work. She shouldn't be expected to have to work, have to look after her children, have to clean, cook, pay the bills, and many more. So we try to help around the house, and so we do a lot of the cleaning, and I say that we do a pretty good job of it. Don't you agree? Don't you agree, Mum?
Yes, so I've got the best cleaners. They're not, if anybody wants a cleaner or anything, like we do charge by the hour, you know. Less than the lawyer though, obviously. So yeah, no, they are very good. Yes, you guys are. And I don't think our household would run in the way that it does if they've stepped up for me. My children have stepped up for me. And I think that's the thing that keeps us going as a family. So on that note, Maahi, what are some of the positive things?
My first positive thing is our house now being a safe space, because before, when my mum and dad were together, it wasn't like a safe space because there was just arguments all the time and there wasn't any communication. But now our house has turned into a home and there is communication. My second one is I've got a much stronger relationship with my grandparents. So every day after school, I go to my grandma and granddad's house and I spend one-to-one time with them. So my grandma, she teaches me how to cook. I'd say that I'm the best samosa maker I know. If anyone wants to hire me, I'm available. My granddad, yeah, I help him with his technology because, you know, old people aren't very good at that. And it's just spending one-to-one time with them, and that's the only time I ever get to live in a two-parent household because I stay there overnight and I'm basically their fourth child with the most love. What about you, Mum?
So I think my first one in terms of our positive would be the same as what Maahi said. Our home is a safe space, and that's so important that children have a place that they can call, this is my safe space. We get on each other's nerves, like really badly, like we scream and shout at each other, but we know that our home is a place where we can be safe with each other, we can communicate with each other, we can support each other. So it's really important to have a safe space at home. And my second one is really, we wouldn't be a blossoming family if I hadn't separated, or, you know, however we are a blossoming family. You can talk to any one of my children, that one over there, Laksh, down there, Maahi, and I have an elder one who's 15, Karan. Each one of them would be able to have a coaching conversation with you. However they are, they would, if you said to them, I can go to each one of my children, and I usually have to pick the right one.
Normally me.
She is probably the best one, actually. No, sorry, Laksh. But, and Karan, because you might hear this as well, I love you too. So each one of my children, I know I can say, you know, let's have a coaching conversation with this. But even as a parent, there's times when they're going through stuff and I have to take that hat off. And I just take that parent hat off and I put my coaching hat on and we have a coaching conversation about things. And I think that's the thing, that's the kind of beauty of what we have now, the positivity in our home. The fact that we're all blooming, the fact that we're all flourishing. We would not be flourishing if we were in a toxic environment. So that's the second positive thing I think would come out of that. So we're short of time. I think we're nearly done. Maahi, do you have any parting words of wisdom for everyone?
So my words of wisdom would be, if you're an adult or a child going through a divorce or in a single parent household, it is 10, 100, 1,000 times better to get divorced and get separated than stay in that toxic relationship and household.
And my parting words of wisdom are similar to Maahi's. Being a single parent is not easy. Making that decision is not easy, but it will be one of the best decisions that you ever made. It's going to be hard. It's really, really hard to be a single parent, you know, but everybody has it within them to do what they need to do for it. We only have this life. This is it. Do you know what I mean? This is it. And if you can't live it to the way that you want to, then what's the point? So really, my words of wisdom are, you know, look after yourselves. Everybody has it within them to do what they want for themselves. You just got to find it.
Thank you for
listening to us, and thank you. Go on, Maahi.
Thank you for listening to us, and thank you, Aruna, for letting us speak today.
And thank you for the network for, you know, inviting us along. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.